内容なので教えて差し上げましょう。本物の医学フレアというもの。
So I made a video about 4 months ago titling the video The Best Magic Academy Anime, and since then it has received a lot of views to the point where people just want to see more of this. Magic Academies is a setting that seems to be a very popular topic, and it could be due to the protagonist struggling to get better at magic, or they could already be powerful from the start and destroy rivals. But you know, either way, both of these options are a win-win situations. So if you're new around here, then please make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notifications bell icon turned on to stay up to date with the latest anime news and recommendations right at your doorstep. Now, not keeping you all waiting, let us begin with the video. A Certain Magical Index is quite a big series with 3 seasons in total and a spin-off series focusing on the protagonist Accelerator. I think this is an anime definitely worth binge-watching. Created by JC Staff and first airing in 2008, this anime received quite a lot of popularity with great battles, interesting premise, and a lot of strong characters with tons of potential. So you have a protagonist that has a skill at first being completely useless since no one really knows what it's used for, but it's actually a skill for completely negating other people's magic abilities, making it quite powerful, and it gets a lot more in depth as the protagonist gets stronger throughout the story. I mean, 3 seasons, it's a lot of plot development, and I highly do recommend it. Up next is an anime series deemed quite worthy, and while it may be a Chinese anime series which is not quite as popular as Japanese anime, it's actually pretty damn well made. This series is called Full-Time Magister. This is quite a long-running Chinese anime series with 6 seasons in total and still continuing due to how popular the anime got. It is a school anime taking place in a magic academy with the protagonist so powerful. Instead of having one ability like everyone else, he has 2 super rare ones, fire and also lightning. Now, the start of the anime may not be the best of introductions, but trust me when I say this, it gets so much better later on. Tokyo Ravens is one of those Magic Academy series I enjoyed so much, created by 8-Bit Studio and also aired back in 2013. So where Tokyo Ravens' story shines isn't through its rather generic premise or predictable plot twists, but the solid pacing and the backstories of the characters and the setting. The pacing of Tokyo Ravens is nearly flawless, I tell you, with the way, I saw it, which I was so happy, and the show does have CGI aspects, but don't let that bother you too much. I've just found the series myself so invested in the characters, especially the protagonist, and how much of a badass he becomes later on. I think you guys should give this anime a try. Trinity VII is one of those Magic Academy series that has a harem involved, and it's one of the better series out there that does it extremely well. So aside from its plot development, which is slightly disappointing if I had to say, I did however really enjoy the company of many of the characters, and it did showcase great amounts of fan service, but maybe a little bit too much if I might say. This anime was made by 7 Arc Pictures and aired back in 2014, but to be honest, this anime would have been forgettable if it wasn't for its characters, which is the only thing in my eyes that was the absolute best out of the series. The Greatest Demon Lord is Reborn as a typical nobody recently finished airing this year and does heavily resemble another anime series by the name of Misfits of Demon Lord Academy. It's the same concept where, where the Demon Lord reincarnates into the future to find a more worthy opponent because he's just too strong, and well, we have seen it before, but unfortunately it's not quite as good as Misfits of Demon Lord Academy. It does, however, have great action involved, cool characters and overpowered moves, but it gets very predictable in many cases, which is just the sad part. If, however, you like the protagonist who is so dominant that he becomes out so victorious all the time, then this is definitely something for you. Welcome to Demon School. Iruma-kun is a great example of what I love from a Magic Academy series, with Iruma being a mere human, attending a school full of demons that feast upon humans, and he hides in disguise with borrowed magic power from his grandfather Sullivan. This anime is one of my all-time favorite isekai series, primarily consisting of amazing characters, a super fun storyline, and a crazy adventure full of fun and engaging moments. It's something I've always wanted from an isekai series to have, and now we actually have one. I'm also super excited for Season 3 coming up next season, so do look forward to that. Now, you don't often see many people recommend Absolute Duo much anymore, and to be honest, it's not a bad series at all, but definitely not the best I've ever seen either. Created by Studio 8-Bit and airing back in 2015, this is a Magic Academy series that has a harem involved, but I just wish the protagonist would get a bit more serious, because it's a little annoying when he gets flustered on anything related to the girls, and well, he is a magnet after all that attracts a bunch of them. So the cool thing is, however, is that the protagonist actually uses a shield as a weapon, which may not be the strongest in offense, but defense-wise, it's so overpowered. Bear Me Great Lord is another Chinese anime series that recently finished airing this year, and I must say that it made quite a large number of fans because it was actually a good series. My only problem was the bad subtitles, but I guess it really can't be helped since, it is a Chinese anime after all. So the story is about a teenager that gets great power suddenly and tries to hide it from all his peers at school. From what I felt, it is mostly a comedy type of anime with the main character doing his best to rile up on people and, just be greedy towards them. It felt really different from the Chinese anime that I've checked out, and I'd have to say it was really so worth it. Next up on the list is Blade Dance of the Elementalers, which aired back in 2014 and was produced by Studio TNK, who were the creators of High School DxD at first. Now, Blade Dance is not really an amazing series from the very beginning, it's just until the road down it gets exponentially better, but people watching this anime will most likely think of it just another yet, a cliche harem series, which by itself isn't wrong, but it's only scratching the surface of what Blade Dance truly is deep down. The main character is actually a competent harem protagonist for once, and it's great to see that within an anime like this. So overall, it might be worth a shot to check it out. Now finally, to end this list off, I'm recommending to all of you Freezing, but the question is, have you even heard about this anime in the first place? Because I barely see anyone recommend it anymore. While it is fair to say that there are multiple flaws in the anime that could have been improved as a whole, but it has served itself quite nicely considering it is only a one-core series. Some claim it to be like a guilty pleasure series for having an excess amount of fan service available, so initially, at the very least, I was quite intrigued with the series, and for the first few episodes I was very amused. However, that amusement soon was worn down as it was buried under its dozens of characters and its choice of plot development. It's not a bad anime, but if you are running out of series, then this is something for you to consider. Well, there you have it, guys. 10 best Magic Academy anime for you to watch. I really enjoy seeing series like this and may create another part depending on, if there's enough anime for it to cover. If I've mentioned, leave any anime out in particular that you thought would be a great addition on the list, then let me know in the comment section down below, as I'd love to hear your very own opinion, or just comment down below what you thought about the video in general, as I'd always appreciate the feedback. So, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one.